Hey teachers, I want to share with you why I started flipping my classroom. When I first started as an adjunct instructor in intensive English programs at colleges and universities, I was teaching a lot of upper level grammar classes. And in those grammar classes, there were a lot of really challenging grammar points that I needed to explain to my students again and again. This inspired me in a couple of ways. First of all, I saw my students going home to do their homework and forgetting something that we had learned, and then they couldn't complete the homework assignment. And I really wished that I could just send them home with a video of me explaining that grammar so that they could review if they forgot or review before a test. So I wasn't even really thinking about flipping my classroom at that point. I was just thinking about providing some extra materials to help my students. The other way those classes inspired me was because they were always, as is the nature of our classes, a little bit mixed level. So some students needed me to re-explain a lot in class, and some students were ready to move on. And it was a real struggle for me to sort of slow down those more advanced students because I really did need to support my students who were struggling. So I wanted a way to support the students who were struggling, but also keep moving and allow the students who were at a higher level to keep moving forward. After I had been thinking about that for a while, I started to see more about the K-12 teachers who were doing really great work with flipping their classrooms. As soon as I sort of came into contact with this concept, it was almost like, of course that's how we should be doing it. Giving student the content to just accept and hear at home so that we can do more challenging and engaging stuff in the classroom where they have me and their peers to support them. So those are some of the reasons that I really wanted to flip my classroom. But I was pretty intimidated by the idea of, first of all, doing something totally different from what I had learned in grad school and totally different from what I had been doing, but also the technology portion. I knew that if I did it, I wanted to record most of my own content because I had trouble finding existing videos that really suited my needs. And I was intimidated by all the technology that I would need to use. So I'm going to share with you a couple more videos about what technology I ended up using, how I overcame that. Really, I was interested in flipped classrooms for probably 2 years before I made my first video. So I hope that if you're interested in a flipped classroom, you don't have to take as long as I did with that intimidation. You can really get started, and it's not as intimidating as it seems. So if you like this video, subscribe to my channel so you'll see the other videos I have upcoming about my experience with a flipped classroom. You can also check out some of the grammar videos I have for my students and see if they're helpful for yours.